someone so much, only to realize you never really knew them at all? What if the person you shared your home, your secrets, your life with, was hiding a truth so dangerous it could destroy you? Mia thought she had a normal life until she discovered the truth about Clara, a truth she was never supposed to know. But now, it's too late to turn back. Welcome to part 2 of this suspenseful thriller. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, I recommend watching it first to experience the full mystery. Mia and Clara were best friends, living together for 3 years, until Mia discovered a shocking truth. Clara wasn't who she claimed to be. A mysterious past, a hidden identity, and a name, Eleanor Green, that led to more questions than answers. When Mia confronted Clara, things took a terrifying turn. She ran, but Clara found her. And now, standing at the door of a rundown motel, Mia must decide: trust Clara's words, or run for her life. And now, let's begin part 2. The city was alive with noise. Cars honking, people talking, neon lights flickering in the distance. But in that moment, all I could hear was my own ragged breathing, and somewhere behind me, her footsteps. I turned a corner, nearly slipping on the rain-slick pavement. My pulse pounded in my ears. My apartment was too dangerous. The streets were open. Where could I go? A motel. I needed a place to think, somewhere safe. I kept running until my legs burned. My lungs felt like they would explode. Then finally, I saw it. A rundown motel with a blinking vacancy sign. I staggered into the lobby, my hands trembling as I handed over cash. No names, no questions, just a key. Room 206. I locked the door, bolted it, moved a chair in front. And then, as my adrenaline wore off, reality hit me like a freight train. I had been living with a stranger for 3 years. I pulled out my phone with shaky hands. I needed to call someone. The police. A friend. But who would believe me? My mind raced through every conversation, every memory, trying to spot the clues I had missed. Had she ever slipped up? Was there a moment I should have realized? My phone buzzed, making my heart leap to my throat. A message from an unknown number. Open the door, Mia. You owe me that much. I gasped. The phone slipped from my grip, clattering onto the floor. My stomach twisted into knots. Clara. She had found me. For a second, I did nothing. Maybe if I stayed silent, she'd think I wasn't here. But then, another knock, and a voice, low, calm, unshaken. You don't have to be afraid. Just let me explain. My hands clenched into fists. I couldn't run forever. I had to face her. Taking a deep breath, I unbolted the lock and opened the door. Clara stood there, drenched from the rain. Her hair clung to her face, but her eyes, they weren't angry. They were empty. She stepped inside without waiting for permission. I moved back, my body tense. What do you want? I managed to whisper. She sighed, running a hand through her wet hair. I didn't want it to be like this, Mia, but you wouldn't stop digging. I swallowed hard. Who are you? Who is Eleanor Green? Her lips curled into a slow, humorless smile. Eleanor Green is dead. The words sent a chill through my spine. Then who are you? I pressed. She tilted her head, studying me. Then she stepped forward, too close. I stepped back until my back hit the wall. Let me tell you a story, she whispered. Once, there was a woman named Eleanor Green. She worked for a very powerful company, but she found out something she wasn't supposed to. A secret worth billions. Her fingers traced the edge of the motel table. They tried to make her disappear, but she was smarter than them. She changed her name, changed her life. Her eyes locked onto mine. Then she met you. I felt my heart stop. You were never never supposed to find out, Clara, Eleanor said, almost regretfully. My voice came out shaky. Why did you stay with me? Why 3 years? She let out a dry laugh. Because I liked you, Mia. You made me feel normal, like I wasn't running. But you should have left it alone. My throat was dry. And now, she exhaled, something flickering behind her eyes. Now, you have 2 options. She took another step forward. You forget everything you saw, and we go back to the way things were. My stomach twisted, and if I don't, she smiled, then I disappear again, and you won't like what happens next. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think. I wanted to believe her, to pretend this was just a misunderstanding, but I knew better. My best friend, the person I trusted, was a fugitive, a liar, a criminal, and I had a choice to make. I won't tell anyone, I whispered. I swear. She studied me for a long moment. Then slowly, she nodded. Then this is goodbye, Mia. She turned and walked toward the door. But before she left, she paused. One last thing. I stiffened. What? She glanced over her shoulder. Don't answer unknown numbers anymore. And then, she was gone. For the first time in weeks, I let out a breath. I was alive. But I would never be safe again. The days after Clara, Eleanor, vanished were the hardest. I barely slept, constantly waking up in a cold sweat, convinced she would be standing over me. Every knock on my door made my heart race. Every unknown number on my phone sent shivers down my spine. But weeks passed, then months, and she never came back. I moved cities, changed my number, deleted my social media. But no matter how far I ran, a part of me knew she was still watching. I could feel it. The way I sometimes caught glimpses of a familiar silhouette in a crowded street. The feeling of being followed when I walked home late at night. I told myself it was paranoia, that I was safe. Until one night, I had just gotten home from work. My new apartment was small but cozy, with just enough space to make me feel like I was starting over. I locked the door behind me, double-checked it, something I did out of habit now, and set my bag down. Then I saw it. A single white envelope slipped under my door. No name, no return address. My hands trembled as I picked it up, my heartbeat pounding in my ears. Taking a deep breath, I opened it. Inside was a single piece of paper. 4 words, written in neat, familiar handwriting. You kept your promise. My stomach dropped. My hands went cold. I swallowed hard, forcing myself to stay calm. She was still out there, still watching, and for some reason, she wanted me to know. I folded the note carefully, staring at the door as if she might walk through it at any moment. But I knew she wouldn't. She had disappeared once before. She could do it again. But this time, I wouldn't go looking. I exhaled slowly, forcing myself to let go of the fear that had been gripping me for months. Because if I had learned anything from this, it was that not every mystery needed solving, and not every goodbye meant the end. If you followed along with this story, give yourself a round of applause. Learning English is about more than just memorizing words. It's about understanding, feeling, and practicing in real-life contexts. Stories like this help you learn in an engaging and fun way. Here's your challenge. Try summarizing this story in your own words. Comment your version below, and let's practice together. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a lesson. Let's keep learning English, one thrilling story at a time. If you haven't watched part 1 of this story, make sure to check it out first. It will help you understand everything from the beginning. Click the link in the description or check the pinned comment. Every time you listen to a story like this, your brain is absorbing new words, improving listening skills, and making English feel natural. The key is consistency. A little progress every day leads to big results. Here's your English challenge for today. Try summarizing this story in your own words. Comment below, and let's see how you would explain it. Don't worry about being perfect. Mistakes mean you're learning. Also, tell me in the comments, what do you think Clara meant by "you kept your promise"? Let's see your theories. And if you loved this lesson, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new story. Let's keep learning English, one thrilling story at a time.